There's a 1 in 6 chance that it'll fail. Alright, so here's the toss. Again, he's deciding who to intercept with. So this looks really risky, and it is. I mean, this is not what you want to have happen. You don't want to be put in a situation where you have to make a play like this. But as I said, I didn't consider this play necessary. This is like icing on the cake, we'll say. And it gives me, it means that next half I don't have to rush or anything. Really, I was playing this entire play for, like long term for the entire game. Whereas, he was playing in terms of, or I was playing that, I'm sorry, wow. Okay, so I was playing that game, that drive in terms of the full game, and it just happened to work out short term and long term. So, good stuff. I like it. I'm really lucky here that his players stay knocked out. So this was the foul, and this was a hit that I made, and it's all. It's, I mean, the bribe came in useful. It was good play. Alright, so I'm glad I ran my offense that way, because what it does now is it forces him to kind of set up a little bit further back, like you get to push him back a little bit just because he has to worry about the passing play. And what you're going to see me do is throw Speedy out here into the backfield, just so he has to send players back there, because you saw it against the York player, like I sent Speedy back there, and all of a sudden 300 TV was jumping on him, and he wasn't really what I was going to use to score. Sadly, this Chaos player is a little bit smarter than that. Alright, so I have this loner over here in case of a blitz. I want him to also, when the time comes, mark up this Chaos Warrior. And perfect defense, it's one of those things that I've never ever been able to utilize properly. Because generally I set up my defense a certain way. Like I might move like a player somewhere else so they don't get trampled by a big guy. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the way I set up my defenses. And I didn't learn anything from this guy because he just leaves his defense the way he had it before. So. Alright, so if you look right now, my team is, we're a man up right now because of this guy being KO'd and this guy. And that's where you're going to have to be. Alright, so here I throw Speedy out here in an attempt to draw players away from where my cage is going to form, somewhere over here. Alright, quick update. This is our loner. This is Eric the Fish. Okay, so, and another thing you'll notice too, whenever I make a play like this, I always try to have my agility guy out here in the open. So that way, I have two scoring threats. It's good to notice that kind of thing. Here's Speedy, of course. Here's Man, who just came over and stomped on a Beastman, the move plus movement Beastman. It's good stuff. This guy is Davian the Drinker. We have Kenny McCormick here. Bob the Ogre, Walker Texas Ranger, another loner, and Mile High Marcus. Alright, so this guy, he doesn't have any protection, like there's no screen here, but at the same, well, that's not true. There is this screen. But Chaos isn't fast enough to get back here, so. Alright, so you saw him just beat up my big guy, but this is what you want from your big guy. You want him wasting all of his players on it. Now, this is a really good play by the Chaos Warrior, or Chaos player. I mean, you could say he got lucky that he broke armor and got the defender down and everything, but really, sending him back here to hit this guy um, and set up an assist is really good play. Because imagine, right, if that had just been a push, that's fine by him. You know, if I score in 2 turns, that means that he gets the ball back and he can do whatever he wants with it, and he can just kind of troop down the pitch and crush all of my guys. So he wouldn't be worried if I scored in 2 turns, but at the same time, he's not sending, 300 team value to go and block a 90,000 TV catcher. And, I mean, it worked out great. It removed him from play, and he is just... he doesn't have to worry about the scoring threat anymore, and he knows where my ball is probably going to come. Because the ball is down here, the strength is over here, this guy's going to be a problem. The only thing I don't think he did right was he put too much emphasis on Bob here by setting all this up, and he just left me free to create the cage over here. I tried to set up a little trap here. Like I set these 2 guys up right here, and some players will just stand up their player, and then you hit them and then knock them out of bounds. But he, like I said, he was a little bit more clever than that. All right, so whenever you're trying to run the offense or whatever, you don't want to be falling back like this. I'm not given much of a choice here though, because like this is where the ball is, and this is where my strength was, and this is where his strength is. So